Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes, Historical Immersion and Bohemia. So, in the last episode and the one before, we led another war against Austria, finally dominating it in a way that will allow me to just start improving relations with them and maybe even getting them as an ally again. We also liberated and vassalized Croatia, and we also have Bosnia. Now this really is like sort of a greater Austria-Hungary situation if we manage to somehow get Austria on our side. But we'll see how it goes. The year is only 1580, so what do we know? We got the event Jesuit education. The Society of Jesus was distinct from other monastic orders in that it focused heavily on education. By the time of its founder's death, the order was operating nearly 100 colleges on several continents. A Jesuit college provided a modern education in literature, languages, logic, science, and the arts, making them popular destinations even for students who did not seek a career in the church. These Jesuit schools helped educate a large number of people, converting Protestants back to Catholic faith and standardizing the education system by bringing it under the control of a single group. So we can establish a Jesuit college, or we can let them run our school system, or we have no interest in this arrangement. We're going to let them run our school system because that's going to improve our overall situation, and we already got the monastic schools from way back, so let's do that. We got papal influence of 167, so I'm considering investing a bit more. Let's do it. We'll keep it a bit low. Now the plan for now is just recuperate. We have high war exhaustion and we really don't have great relations now with many of the neighboring states, so I would like to just focus on diplomacy, careful growth of our diplomatic network. We have 13 relations with people, but I think we can start, for example, trying to vassalize new nations. I'd like to maybe start integrating Schönberg or Regensburg, but we'll need to make sure that we can take it, because right now we have 3 electors for us, 3 electors for Austria, and our king is not very young, so it would probably serve us well if we somehow focused on, for example, improving relations with Mainz and solidifying the power that we have on our... Yeah, we need to improve relations with you too. I'm going to focus on getting the election in order, and then we are going just, calmly to... We're going to try to recuperate and, say, re-establish the political sovereignty of Bohemia. Jesus Christ, never underestimate the importance of electors. Our monarch has died, and I was just able to get Hoya to vote for me last month. And Mainz would now, but they still technically vote for Austria, so it was like this. My God. Well, our king has died, and we now have Vladimir I Kinsky on the throne, and his heir is Jiří Kinsky. So again, 10 imperial authority, recent electors. Vladimir is not great, honestly. Jiří is not great either, but he is much better. So let's see if we can get some royal marriages here. What are we doing with our lives? So we got royal marriage with whom? Poland, everyone. Royal marriage. Brandenburg does not have... Nope, they're a junior partner, okay. So who else? Mainz, Schönberg, Trier, Regensburg. Okay, there's no one I can get a royal marriage with. Okay, that sucks. I'm just gonna let it to the game to decide. But we can get a new technology, which is the line of battle. I actually wanted to get it at the same moment as the Hussars, but we're already recording. So line of battle, level 25, Diplotech. By the middle of the 16th century, cannons had revolutionized naval warfare. Since most cannons were on the sides of the ship, the most successful strategy was to turn your broadside against the enemy's bow. The line of battle was a tactic in which a fleet of ships would form a line and attempt to cross the T of the enemy fleet in order to launch a devastating broadside against it. So naval morale increased by 0.3. As far as Bohemia is going, we have almost no unrest with the exception of Komarom. That's the only province that's actually having any unrest. But it's going to go away with the intolerance once we finish converting it. We're working on that. The provinces of Ostmark and Burgenland are coring. That's good. I'm starting to get a bit of money, which is also nice. And the institution, casual literacy, is spreading pretty rapidly. We got it in Vienna, we got it in Brněnsko, Časovsko is almost done, Litoměřicko is almost done, Horní Lužica is almost done, Svidnica, okay, it's almost done in Holandsko. Prešporok is also above 70%. We got it in Haveland. Mytomark is getting in. Yeah, so it's gonna the cost is gonna drop rapidly in the following decades. The costly territories will be the Hungarian ones, because as far as development goes, Bohemia is developed, Ostmark is developed, and Zvolen is developed. That's probably due to the mines here. But the rest, Pest is starting to look slightly better. We got 45,000 people living there, but you know, it's nothing to write home about. However, we got over 50% now of Upper Danube and 35% of the Lower Danube. We got 25% in Dniester in Vistula, and I would frankly kind of like getting additional merchants, but you know, that doesn't really fit into our policy right now. But if we keep getting this much money, I might start investing more. Actually, didn't I want to invest in Chebsko? No. Puzinsko? No. But one of the provinces I was developing, which one was it? Budějovisko. Okay, so let's build a marketplace in Budějovisko and continue. Yep, that's gonna go a long way. I'm gonna keep the money as they are. Church-wise, again, only Komarom. We also get a claim on Banat due to a diplomatic incident with the Ottomans, but you know, attacking them, fuck that. I mean, look at it. Just look at that. We need to figure out a way how to break the Ottoman-French alliance. Somehow, there has to be a way. Well, we can now take the new technology called Hussars. So Hussars, or Hussars. This began the golden age of the Hussar. Heavy cavalry who rode horses strong enough to travel quickly around the battlefield, able to fight hand-to-hand or fire pistols at their enemies. Land morale increased by 0.25, the maneuver value of our units is increased by 10%, and cavalry shocked increased by 0.4. And we can get the Demi-Calvarine. So the Demi-Calvarine is having one extra offensive fire and one extra defensive fire compared to the Sakura, and also one extra defensive morale. Demi-Calvarine and artillery continued to become more specialized. Many armies saw a need for cannon that were not as large as the massive Calvarines, but were more powerful than the smaller Sakkers. The result was the Demi-Calvarine, a medium cannon that was more accurate than the Calvarine and more powerful than the Sakker. Also, I'm strongly considering that we're gonna go with the Golden Era, because this truly is the Golden Era for Bohemia, and I think that getting that is not a bad idea. We're also getting quite a lot of these Jesuit missionary events, where up to 40% of the population in various provinces is converted back to Catholicism, so that's awesome. So to start the Golden Era, we're gonna get global institution spread increased by 10%, administrative technology cost and all the other costs low by 5%. And we are now in our golden age, which seems kinda right. I started investing in various provinces. We're building a communal hall in Vojtsko. We are building a marketplace in Obder Ens. I want to build a marketplace in Zvolen next. I'm just gonna be picking up these little places and investing in them. I'm also considering again building the roads in various provinces like Pest, but again they still don't have the rural... Oh shit, wait. They still don't have the necessary rural or urban wealth that is needed, so we'll have to wait for that. What is this? Poland is requesting that we come into their aid in the Prussian War for Independence against Prussia. Oh. Okay, we're gonna accept, but I don't really think you need help with that. Yeah, really, I don't think you need help with that. So let's mothball all of our forts. Oh, you guys don't drill anymore. You don't have a leader. Can our heir be a leader? No, he's 5. So we need a new general, and I did not see that before I took the technology. Okay, never mind. Let's just lower the morale again. We really don't need that, and invest the money that we're getting into the development of Bohemia. This is really important. Transylvanian unrest. This is really important map mode for us now to see how well we're doing. You can see that. Oh, never heard hunt. That Bohemia, the surroundings of Vienna and Pest and the roads between are the most developed provinces. I'm gonna take it as such. We're gonna improve the ring around Praha. Moving on to Časavsko, Brněnsko and Ostmark, this territory is Zvolen and Pest. And then we're gonna also develop these provinces up in the north. Svidnica shifts to Bohemian. Okay, nice. It's an offensive war, so it's strongly encourage winning. Did it rename it? Svidnica, where are you? You should be somewhere here. No, it did not. Okay, let's rename it. Svidnice, it would be. So we'll just rename it to Svidnice. And yeah, we haven't really checked the Moravian Gihlovsko. I think we're gonna rename it to the current name, which is Jihlovsko and Jihlava. Okay. I guess that's all. I don't think you need to see the fall of Prussia. It's gonna be sad to watch anyway. Greater nobles demand privilege. Well, our king is cruel, and he's not a very good diplomat, so we're gonna refuse to grant this. But this is a really big problem, because it is going to most likely take away at least 1 point of our stability, and more like 2. They want to increase their autonomy, and because they piss us off so much, we're gonna revoke even the autonomy that they have now, just as a punishment. They shouldn't piss a cruel king. I was leaving them alone because they have so much power in Bohemia, and now they will suffer. And they accepted it, which I guess is fair. Damn. The autonomy otherwise is not really as bad as it was. It's sub 90 everywhere. I wonder what Ostmark and Burgenland is gonna have when we're done with them. Right now they're just skyrocketing due to them not being core. But this is gonna change very soon. Ostmark is going to be... We have the states done, so they will immediately drop like a rock. They're very close to Praha. They have good roads, and they are connected through Budějovice and Obdar ends, or through Brněnsko. And actually, it might not be a bad idea to upgrade Brněnsko. Do you guys have enough local rural wealth? You do. Okay. 21,000. Okay. Well, we do have a lot of manpower, so that means that Praha, Časavsko and Brněnsko and Ostmark will have all improved roads, which will further lower the autonomy. We should also upgrade them in Prešporok and Komárom to connect Pest Pest still does not have the better roads, but having good roads in this central territory would go a long way. So I think that sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Yeah, it definitely does. I got a leader for our main army, Jan Jiří Železný, Fire 2, Shock 2, Maneuver 3. Not bad. Not particularly great, but not bad either. Zvolen has finished the marketplace that we built there. Okay, all buildings have been finished. So how's Budějovice doing? Okay, you guys could get a workshop, definitely. There's no need for the churches anywhere. So Budějovice is going to get a workshop next. And also Obdarens could get a workshop. They don't have a cathedral, which I think would go a long way here. Yeah, it would increase the urban gravity by additional 10%, which would give us about 1,500 extra people. Okay, so we'll build the workshop in Budějovice and then a church in Brněnsko. What the hell? Our emperor has died again. Well, okay, so Jiří II of Bohemia has been elected as the new emperor, but he's 8. So his mother, Queen Consort Regent Helena Vojinović, she's actually not even his mother. She's a stepmother coming from the small one province minor of Hum. So she has gotten on the throne of Bohemia. That is some career right there. Well, okay, we still retain the emperorship, but I did not even pay any attention to it recently, so thank God that we're so strong politically. I actually got myself tangled in a bit of a mess. I managed to vassalize Hum, so they are now one of our subjects, but I was trying to vassalize Zeta as well, and I did not notice until very late that they actually have a subject of their own. They got Velbosht, which is kind of interesting, but that means that if they attack any one of these two, they will drag me into a war against the Ottomans. I'm just hoping that France would not be interested in fighting a war against, you know, such a distant nation, so they would not call them. Hopefully, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we're building a cathedral in Brněnsko. We're finishing the workshop in Budějovice. Again, we have 100 gold. Our armies are drilling, which is nice for a 27.64 professionalism. Not as high as we were, but, you know. And the two cores on Ostmark and Burgenland are being continuously developed. We finished the conversion of Komarum, but it was not enough. There's still quite a lot of religious resentment there. So I need to send in another missionary. It's gonna be much easier this time and much faster. However, all of my missionaries are out doing missionary work. One in Kłodzko converting Jews, one in Arad converting Protestants, and one in Opon converting heretics. But I might get the religious enforced edict once we get enough splendor, which will be in roughly a year and a half, if by the time we don't get any missionary back. The Reformation is not advancing anymore, I think. On the other hand, on the contrary, that would be the way. On the contrary, Poland and us made quite a lot of missionary work happen. Most of Italy is Catholic as well as Spain. France is actually Catholic now, which is interesting because they were Protestant and they reverted back. I don't know why. Denmark is also Catholic, and Denmark-Norway is Catholic. Sweden is Reformed, and England is Reformed. We can see some new provinces. Denmark-Norway got the subarctic islands, so they got a colony here, or they're working at it right now. I don't know where they got the colonist though. And we discovered the Azores, which are uncolonized, which is kind of interesting. On the other hand, Cape Verde belongs to Castile now. I don't think they made... Okay, England got Bujadur and Gold River. That province has been renamed, definitely. And I don't see any other colonies here from them. I think we could actually colonize because we still have Nisa. So I don't know how far our colonial range goes, but let's check it out together just for fun. I'm not gonna colonize. This game is not at all going to see any colonization happen. We might win over some colonies eventually, but not now. Where's the economic? Is it under economic? Yeah, colonial range. Wait, Nisa doesn't have a port anymore. Okay, so we could go all the way. Okay, this one is too far. So to Gold River, this one is also too far. So almost to here, we could send our colonists if we wanted to, but we don't. We don't. Actually, we could colonize this place, Arguin. Oh my god, that brings nightmares from when I was playing Brittany back. Damn it. Anyway, I think that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one, where we are going to continue developing Bohemia in its golden age. I'm kind of happy with it. Right now we're at almost 16 million people. Oh, and we're back at post-free stability. So 16 million people in this entire area. That is nice. Beware, France. We are coming for you. Not now, but we did not forget.